Alright guys, if you're clicking on this video, I'm going to assume that you have one of two things. Either you have a small chest and you want to learn how to grow it, or you have a decent chest and your progress is starting to flatline. You want to get a bigger, rounder, just more full chest. And I know what you're thinking. Anesthetic, I'm not a baby, alright? I've been working out for a little bit. What gives you the credibility to tell me how to work out, how to train my chest? I like to think that I have a pretty decent chest. I'll pop up a video or a picture or something right here. Yeah, that I have a pretty decent chest, at least I like to believe. And I have a decent amount of experience under my belt because I've been working out for over 2.5 years now. And yeah, some people would call me intermediate, some people would say I'm advanced, like lifter, but I've only recently joined a gym. But anyways, today I got 5 tips on how to get a bigger chest. Alright, and so we're gonna get into the first 5 tips right now. The first one that I have is gonna be a really obvious one. If you've been on the fitness industry space online for a while, you're gonna hear pretty much everyone talking about it. But this is pretty much the bread and butter. Is when you're working out or when you're hitting your chest, most people, they like to ego lift or they like to just push the eccentric and not control the decentric. But basically, a main point that I want to get over is that tip number 1, when you're working out, and this goes for any muscle group, but especially for your chest, let's say you're on the bench press, right? You want to control that eccentric, but at the same time, you want to control the decentric. So get a good squeeze. Don't just let the weight fall. It doesn't matter whatever you're doing. It could be dumbbell flies, double press, bench press, push-ups, RJ push-ups, whatever. Whatever you're doing, you just want to control that lengthened, stretched position of the chest for as long as possible, right? That's going to be tip number 1. And then tip number 2 that I want to get into is most people, they go online and they search how to get a bigger chest, which I hope led you here, or maybe you're already a fan of me. Don't prioritize your upper chest more than your entire chest, because honestly, just hitting your entire chest as a whole is going to get you a bigger chest than as opposed to if you just say you've seen someone go, oh, everybody always has a sagging lower chest. You want to prioritize your upper chest, and then you only do incline movements. Then what happens is you're not going to have any meat down here, and your chest is just going to look like flat, because you can have a developed upper chest, but if the lower isn't there with it, then it's just going to look really flat and not rounded. It's not going to give you that aesthetic look that most people are looking for, right? So that's tip number 2. Don't over prioritize the upper chest and throw away all other movements. Number 3 that I want to say is going to be something that people honestly neglect a lot, especially if you don't take training that serious. This is for people who do. You're going to make sure that when you're done working out, you want to make sure you properly rest and recover. So what that means is, as soon as you're done working out, let's say maybe that's taking a cold shower, or that's drinking a protein shake, or that means taking a hot shower, doing whatever you can to kind of recover. As soon as you're done working out, that's going to help you recuperate your muscles almost for the next time you work out. And you want to be fresh, because let's say you don't rest or you don't recover, you don't get 8 hours of sleep, then the next time you work out, you're already going to feel sore, and you're not going to be able to push as hard as you possibly could, and then you're leaving gains on the table, which is something you never want to do, right? And then right into tip number 4, I'm going to say this is something that honestly I just picked up really recently, but it's working out amazing for me, so I want to share it, is that honestly, intensity is more important than volume, right? So if you have no clue what either of those mean, intensity is basically how hard you train, and volume is basically how much you train. So let's say you do a lot of volume. You do 5 sets of 30 push-ups a day, wide grip, and you're just banging it out, and you're hitting that chest, and it feels amazing, right? You feel super sore, but then the next day after, you're still sore, and the next day you're sore, and then when it comes to train chest again, your chest is a little sore, right? That volume is going to build muscle, yes, but it's not as good as if you just went intense. And let's say you just pushed heavy for 4 sets of 12 controlled reps, then you go intense, you build muscle, maximize that muscle gain, but then you're not super sore the next time to where you can't push as much. That way you're not leaving gains on the table. That's tip number 4. And then tip number 5, honestly, is probably the biggest, most obvious one that pretty much everyone is going to tell you. It's just that if you want a bigger chest, which goes for, like I said, pretty much all muscles, you're just going to want to go on a bulk. So you're going to go eat in a calorie surplus. You're going to want to track your calories. And you're just going to want to train hard as well as just eat a lot, but also make sure you get your protein in. Because I'll pop up a picture on screen now. Here's me when I was not bulking when I first started. Here's my chest. And then here's my chest now because I started bulking. It's just night and day difference. When you bulk, you put on size, you put on a little bit of fat, a little bit of muscle. It's just a process. At the end of the day, you gotta trust it. All right. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think that's gonna be it for now. And I'm definitely gonna be putting a lot of effort into this. So if you guys enjoyed, drop a comment, like, subscribe. If anything, peace out.